from the Nerds of Color talking to Ilana Peña, who is the creator of Disney Plus's original series, Diary of a Future President. Hi, Ilana. It's so great to meet you. I love the show.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
As a Latina American, I'm so happy to see more people like us on screen.
That's so great. That's all I want for us.
What inspired you to come up with the show, Diary of a Future President?
Honestly, the tangible item was my middle school diary. I was reading it and I was like, this is, I mean, I don't know if you keep a diary, but I wrote so dramatically and excitedly and intensely, but I also wrote private everywhere. So it's like my innermost thoughts, but like I kind of wanted everyone to see them and like see what I was thinking. And so that was kind of the end to the voiceover and the diary. And then, you know, a lot of these stories, these coming of age stories are origin stories. And it was based on my childhood, but I was like, I don't know if people need to see her be a television writer. So I was like, why not shoot for the literal moon and make her the president of the United States and see how she gets there?
Wow, that is really cool. So the show is kind of like, it's about your life, kind of, except...
Yeah, except I'd be a really bad president. I can run a show, not a country. It's inspired by my childhood and young Elena, the same way in season 2 that future Elena and young Elena talk to each other. I'm always in conversation with young Ilana. She is guiding me on this journey.
That is so cool. That's a nice little secret to know.
Yeah.
Were any of the characters in the show inspired by people in your life?
Yeah, so Gabby, the Elena's mother, is you know, loosely inspired by my mom. In season 2, there's a mother-daughter arc and relationship between these two that is very based on the relationship of me and my mother. So look out for that. You know, my brother isn't completely like Bobby in a lot of ways, but in the way that their relationship is, the Elena-Bobby relationship and Bobby's sort of hesitance to open up and how she always kind of wants him to be more open and how they love each other but are very different. That's very much me and my brother. And my stepdad, fortunately or unfortunately, has all of the jokes of Sam. He is very much a Sam.
Well, that's so cool. So like when you watch the show, because I'm sure you watch your own show, it's like it's watching your family on screen.
It's really nice. It's sweet. And people who know my family will text me or email me and be like, oh my God, that's so your mom, or that's so Randy. Actually, my mom and my stepdad came to set season 1 and they met Selenice and Michael, who play Gabby and Sam. And like Selenice and my mom both cried, and my stepdad and Michael were like talking about golf. Like everyone was so themselves, like their characters. And I was like, all right, I guess I did a good job.
How has this change been for you from writing a show to creating one?
You know, when it's been such a joy to create a show. When you're writing on a show, you are kind of you're shepherding the vision of a showrunner and a creator and bringing that to life. And when I was on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, that was the vision, and I loved that vision and was so honored to bring what I could to it. And then this is, you're creating a world, and it's been such a joy to be able to have some of the smartest, brightest, most talented people I know bring their genius to my vision. It only makes it better. So that's been really, really cool. And yes, I am the creator of the show, but as Elena will learn in season 2, it's not really about me. It's about everybody around me and what they bring to the table and the thing that we made together.
Yeah, that is really cool. That must be like a huge change. And I don't know what I think. That's really cool. The show touches on some hard subjects. When Gabby started dating Sam, you really touched on how it affected Elena. How do you feel about some of the touchy topics that are in the show?
I think that the like holding both of those things together, the duality of like growing up, being a person, sometimes it's really funny, sometimes it's really hard, and it all exists together, right? So, you know, my dad died when I was younger, like Elena's dad, but also, you know, I'm a comedy writer. Like also my life is filled with so much joy, and it's kind of like infusing both together. And we never go into an episode being like, what touchy subject should we explore? It comes from the characters, it comes from their wants and their needs and who they are. And in that, it's the most human thing ever. Like when we were young, it wasn't all just like fun and games, but it also wasn't all tragedy. And having both of those together, like, Elena and Gabby's relationship this season, there is so much joy, but they also have some tough times. And Bobby's, his journey, like, yes, it's the meaningful coming out experience, but also like Charlie is so funny and so like brings so much to Bobby with his chill energy. And like, it's you can explore deep, meaningful topics without having to be so heavy necessarily. You can live in both, because that's what life is.
Yeah, like when I see some of the touchy topics in the movie, not in the movie, the show, I'm like, yeah, I've been through that too. I know that. I know what that feels.
Aw, how old are you?
I'm 11.
Wow, you are doing such a good job.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time and letting me interview you. Don't forget to catch Diary of a Future President Season 2 on Disney Plus August 18th. Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
So much.